Okay, in this video we're going to be talking about inverses and inverses of functions and how to solve and find inverses. So inverse basically means opposite. So the opposite of up would be down. Opposite of east would be west. Opposite of black would be white. Opposite of wet would be dry. Opposite of -4 would be +4. Opposite of multiply, divide. Opposite of add, subtract. That says x squared. Opposite of x squared would be the square root of x. So basically we're finding the opposite. To find the opposite, what we have to do is undo each other. Okay, so in these two situations we flip x and y and then we're solving it. So basically we're flopping our x and our y and then we're going to solve it. It makes more sense in this. So my first function here is, this is my set of x, this is my y to make my points, and then we flip-flopped our x and y to get our inverse equation. Okay, so if we're trying to find our original equation here, we got to find our slope. So I'm going to get f of x, remember it means the same thing as y equals, so my slope here, I've got 7 minus -5 over 3 minus 1, 7 plus 5 here, which could get me 12 over 2, so my slope would be 6. So it would be y equals 6x, and then we have to figure out where it's crossing the y-axis. So it looks like every time we need to plug it in here, so we can plug our point in. So if I've got y equals 6x plus b, we're going to take a point, plop it in. So if I pick 1, -5 here, my x value is 1, my y value is -5, and then we just solve. So 6 times 1 gets me 6. If I subtract 6, I get my b to be -11. So f of x equals 6x minus 11. Okay, doing this one here, we do the exact same thing. So slope, I do my y2 minus my y1 over my x2 minus x1. So I get 2 over 12 this time, which is 1/6. To find the slope, let's go ahead and pick a point. So I could pick this one. So right now I've got y equals 6x, that's my slope, plus b. So I'm going to plug in my y and my x. So y1 equals -30. Oops, that was supposed to be 1/6, not 6x. Go back. 1/6 x plus b. Okay, so 1 equals 1/6 times -5 plus b. Okay, so when I solve it, I get 1 equals -5/6 plus b. We add 5/6. So that would get me 11 over 6 as my b. Okay, so my f of, that says -1. It's really blurry. That means my inverse here is y. That technically stands for y equals. It is 1/6x plus my b. Okay, to solve it mathematically, we have different steps. So first off, my f of x we can change to y. They mean the same thing. Step 2, we have to interchange our x and y, just like we did with the points. So I flip-flop my x and my y. That is the only things that move. Okay, step 3, we're going to solve for y. So I'm going to just solve it up here. So first I got to multiply by 2 to get rid of that fraction. So it becomes 2x equals y plus 6. I subtract 6, so I've got y equals 2x minus 6, and then we have to say that that is my inverse. So I replace that y with f of -1 of x, and then rewrite my equation back in here. So that is my inverse equation. Okay, so first we replace it with y. We flip-flop our x and y. Those are the only things that move. I resolve for y in case I want to graph it, so I'm going to add 6. Divide everything by 3. So I've got y equals, that 3 stays on the bottom, 6 divided by 3 is 2, and then I need to say that that's the inverse equation, so that f of x to the negative 1 equals x over 3 plus 2. Okay, my next one here, y equals x cubed minus 5. We interchange. Solve for y, so first get rid of the things not attached to it. Opposite of cubing is cube rooting. So I'll get y is equal to the cube root of all of that x plus 5, and then we interchange our y to be f of negative 1 of x, and that cube root of x plus 5. Okay, what does it look like with graphing? So if we graph our first one, I got it starting at positive 1, and then it goes up 1 to keep them negative. I have to go left 2, or down 1 to make him negative. I need to go right 2. Okay, the inverse equation of it, I start at 2. I go down 2 to the right 1, or up 2 to the left 1 to keep them negative. Okay, and they're actually going to be mirroring each other. So if you look, they're mirroring off this line right here. Okay, my next one here, let's go ahead and simplify this. So it's going to be x over 2 plus 3. So I start them at 3, and I go up 1 to the right 2. Or down 1 to the left 2. Okay, my next one here starts at negative 6. And it goes up 2 to the right 1. Okay, so you can see it mirroring right across that line there. All right, my next one, x cubed. Remember, it is 1, 7, 19 up. So he starts at 0, 0. Right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Left 1, down 1. Left 1, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 7, 19 to the right, starting at 0, 0. So up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Left 1, down 1, or down 1, left 1, down 1, left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, you can see the mirroring again across that y equals x line. Oop, and I skipped the first one. Okay, x squared is 1, 3, 5 up, starting at 0, 0. Right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, 2, 3. Right 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, 2, 3. Left 1, up 5. Square root of x is my shooting star, so 1, 3, 5 right. And then we'll have the mirror of it, so it starts at 0, 0. Up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, 2, 3. Up 1, right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the negative side is the mirror down. Oops. Okay, so mirroring off of that y equals x line again.